Hi, lovely ladies of the IWC. Not such a lovely day today in Cape Town. I don't know about Port Elizabeth. What's it like in Port Elizabeth, Pat?
It's yeah, like 4 seasons in one day. So today, well, a couple of days ago, it was 38 degrees. We were swimming and everything. And today there's a very strong gale force winds and much cooler. So I'm in long sleeves and scarves, but it's a relief from the heat. It's lovely.
Yeah, I think very similar to here. Okay. Yes, ladies, I was starting to chat to Claudia a little bit ago, so perhaps let's go there and continue that conversation. Then we can go any of the rest of you who want to ask anything or get any advice. This is purely and utterly from me having worked after I came to this country. It was like a second career. And I went to the International Beauty School for a course, and I loved it. I really did, because having been an air hostess, we touched on that sort of thing many, many years ago, and how you would present yourself and that sort of thing. So it was almost a natural progression that when I was looking for another career to take up, because at this time I had children at home or at school or whatever, that would be the one. So yeah, got all my qualifications and it went from there. So can I help you, Claudia?
Well, I was asking if there's any natural remedies for the dark circles, so since I can't go and buy anything. But mainly I've been wearing eye cream, but mainly this part here that gets quite gray. And apart from cucumber, which you can only leave for a tiny while.
Yeah, cucumber apparently is very, very good. I have used it back in the day. And tea bags, they say tea bags are good as well, cold tea bags. So when you use your tea bags, obviously squeeze them out a little bit and put them in the fridge, get them cold. They say that's very good too. But when you use your eye cream, Claudia, just please make sure it's only on the bone, 100% only on the bone. Puffiness, dark circles,
I didn't know that.
etc. 100%. Yeah.
Can you demonstrate just on an hour?
Don't touch this sort of area here or on the eyelid at all. All you must do is, and the ring finger is the one to use, because it's not a sort of finger that you use a lot, and it's not very dexterous, and you can't use a lot of pressure, which is what you must do. The skin around the eye is very, very fragile. It's apparently one of the most fragile areas of skin on the body. So you literally get a teeny little bit of eye cream and pat, 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 pat. Can you see? I don't know if you can see, guys, what I'm doing. You just gently, with the ring finger, pat all around the eye here, but on the bone. You can feel the bone so easily. That's the nice thing about it. Just pat around there. Never, ever go onto the sort of bag area, the puffy area. It makes it worse.
I've been doing it wrong forever then.
I've been doing everything wrong.
The other thing is, I don't know if any of you have these sort of frown wrinkle things here in the middle here. If you have a little bit left on your finger, pat it there. Oh, I've lost someone. Who's gone? I can only see me.
We're all here. All we need is you, because you're the one who's speaking, but everyone else is still here.
Oh, right. Fair enough. Yes.
In fact, we have another person that's joined us. Julia has joined us as well. Welcome, Julia.
Hi, Julia.
Hi, Julia.
Hello, Julia.
Hello, Julia.
Hi.
Hi, Julia.
Julia, the only thing you've missed is the application of eye creams, because Claudia was asking, please, how can she get rid of the puffiness and the dark circles and things around her eyes? And it seems that most of the board, I don't think Wendy, because Wendy's already had a tutorial from one of the brands of skincare regimes that I like.
You took me to, yeah.
Yes, I took you to that. So just to recap for Julia, when you use eye cream, always, ladies of our age must use eye cream. There's no two ways about it, because that's such a thin area of skin around the eye. It's one of the first places to show that you're not 22 anymore. So just get a teeny weeny bit on the ring finger and tap it around the bone. this is for Julia, just on the bone of the eye, the orbital bone. And then if there's any left.
Can I ask you, is eye cream really that different to normal moisturizer? Is it worth paying extra money for a different cream? I tend to just use whatever I've got going on my face.
Yeah, I know, you're naughty. I know. I smack.
Okay.
Smack. Yes, it's got totally different ingredients.
But why?
It's totally different ingredient because, as I said, the skin around the eye is one of the most delicate skins on your whole body. It's very fragile. It's very thin. Therefore, it needs totally different ingredients to address the problems around the eye.
Yes, ma'am. All right.
We've been told.
It is so. It really
Sue,
is so.
Once you pat it, you leave it for a few seconds and then you put your night cream.
Yeah, don't leave it for a few seconds. You leave it for a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. Each preparation that you're going to put onto your face, and it is a layering thing. It's a layering thing. So, okay, there's me, au naturel, virgin face. And when you think about it, I hope, and I don't mean to be boastful or anything, but considering I'm coming up, you know, my next big birthday will be my 70s, I think I've done quite well looking after my face. I don't feel I'm ready yet to get in my rocking chair and start knitting. So it's all a case of if your budget affords it, and I'm not talking about going for some of the top brands like La Mer or Clarins, going down a scale or anything like that, because these days with the exchange rate, those brands, brilliant brands, I mean Prairie, and there's a lot of top ones out there, but they are ridiculously expensive with our exchange rate. So you can't really, unless you're a multi-billionaire, you can't afford that. So yeah, but you do need to get a skincare brand. If it's a good brand, and when I say good, I don't mean expensive. The consultant in the store should be able to give you a facial using their products and then give you a few samples to take home. It's got to be at least a week's worth because we're all different. All of our skins are different. Okay, we've all got aged skins, but they are different. And they're all going to react differently to a different type of product. So insist upon that if you go in and decide upon something, when you can go in, of course. It's a whole different world now. But it's something that I can't stress more, you know, enough. Yes, Pat?
Okay, sorry. So I had, just filling you in very briefly, I had very, very bad acne as a teenager, and I've been under dermatologist since I was about 11. So I was always told no creams whatsoever, except a medicated cream. I can't even remember the different names. I'm still on one now. But I don't know why, but when I was in my early 20s, I started putting Vaseline all over, and I still do it.
Oh, do you? Well, no. Well, don't tell my lecturers.
I don't know. I've never used eye cream. I've never used an eye cream.
You're lucky. You're lucky.
Is Vaseline horrendous?
It's got glycolics in it. It's got not good things in it. All sorts of manufactured oils and things like that, which are really not the best. In fact, it's weird how we're having this conversation, because going back to when I was literally 19, and we did our training for flying, for air hostessing, and the lady who was doing the beauty side of it, the self-care side of it, went around the room and asked all of us young, pretty little things, what did we use? And in those days, I was Nivea. And she put up her hands and, no, do not use Nivea.
I'm going to stop the Vaseline.
Yeah, it's on a similar level to Nivea. Nivea and Vaseline and all of those old, I mean, you know, Pat, those been around since donkey's years, and the world has moved on with all sorts of things. Here we are talking together, and we're all over the countryside. We're talking on Zoom. there you go. That's something that we've moved on and we've moved up. Maybe in those days it was okay, you know.
I'm not sure how or why I started. I've just always just used it under my eyes in the evening, at night.
Yeah. What you must use is a sensitive skin one.
Yes.
Whatever range you choose, go for the sensitive skin one. And particularly for you, that thing that I said about they must give you a facial and then they must give you samples to take home. That's very, very important for you.
Yeah.
And also for Wendy. Wendy's got skin problems, which started when she was expecting Ryan.
Mine's hormone. I mean,
yeah,
it's just my punishment for having a child at nearly 43, but my skin and my hair just went bazonkers. I mean, Sue knows the story, and I still haven't fixed it, Sue. I'm doing my best, but they're saying it won't ever.
Well, Wendy, you're doing a pretty good job hiding all that, because I've never noticed anything. Your hair is amazing. And your skin.
Thank you. But no, seriously, I mean, it's just part of being older. I mean, I have to fight it. But the skin point of view is that I got very, very, lots of wrinkles very, very quickly, literally, like in a period of about 4 months. And it just, I had I've never been a sun worshipper, so I never really had a problem until the hormones went bonkers after Ryan was born. So it's entirely Ryan's fault. But any of those creams just don't work. So, Sue, I've been thinking, these expensive creams, I don't use them. But the debate is it really worth spending a lot of money on expensive creams, or what about normal ones? Don't they just do the same thing?
See, that's the point. That's what I was trying to emphasize when we went for those. Hello, Julia.
Oh, I've been here a while. I'm listening. I've been listening. I'm more concerned for my daughter, because she tries so many different serums and eye creams, and some of them have been expensive, and her eyes get very dry around there, and then they get irritated. So we haven't found the perfect one, and I don't know. She's tried quite a few.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. But the thing is, none of them are miracle cures. None of them are wave a magic wand and all of your concerns will be better. But I personally think it's at least a month before you get any sort of result. But whether they're going to suit you or not is the thing that I said. Make sure that the beauty consultant will give you about 7 days worth. That you will find if your skin is going to tolerate it or not. In other words, if it irritates you or not. That's the thing that worries me, particularly for someone like Patsy. It's, you can't start irritating your skin.
What would Sorry, Sue. What would be the signs of irritation? Would it be a breakout, or would it be red, or
red, dry?
Again, we're all different. It could be a breakout. It could be dryness, touch of eczema. As I say, everyone's skin is different, so you're going to have a different sort of reaction if you are reacting. But as I say, 7 days should be enough. Okay. So if you see anything that you're not at all happy with within 7 days, then just stop using the samples. End of story. And then you could perhaps go back to what you were doing before, if that's worked, and then try another brand. But I really would like to emphasize, there are so many brands out there, going from Click Zone to La Mer and La Prairie and all of those amazing stuff that you see. And I always try and sample when I walk through the duty-free area in Dubai airport, changing aircraft on the way to my England trips or wherever. They are wonderful brands. You can really feel them. They are so special. But are they really worth thousands and thousands and thousands? No, I don't think so. Honestly, I don't.
So,
but,
Sue, okay.
Yeah, go.
Are there any local brands you can recommend that we can get in South Africa that are reasonably priced, that are good for our skin? Especially, I also have
very much skin. So. It hasn't necessarily got to be a local brand. The one that I tried to introduce Wendy to, and she's still not got there, is
Excuse me, I'm using Bionique. I do.
Oh, what? Are you?
I am. You swept me over, and I use all of it.
Which one?
What brand? Sorry, what brand?
It's called Anesi. It's actually Italian, and a lot of research has gone into it. And it's actually, pardon?
Is it called Vanesi? What?
No, Anesi. Anesi. Yeah. It's this skin's own brand, would you believe? But they've imported it in from Italy, and they really, really are running with it. And it's not, what would you say? It's not a bargain. It's not, you couldn't go to Clicks and say, oh, I spent $100. It's more than that, but it's nowhere near as much as Clarins or Gatineau or any of those top of the range products that we've got to know, because those are ridiculously expensive. And I think, and I would stand corrected there, but I have a feeling that Dischem, being clever, so clever as they are, have probably negotiated a price. So whether the rand goes up and down, which it does all the time, and now at the moment it's dreadful, I think Dischem is still getting it at that price, because I haven't noticed any massive hikes in the price of the product.
So is it just Dischem you get it, or somewhere else? Sorry to interrupt.
Just Dischem.
Anesi.
Anesi. So Sue, would you use serum and eye cream, or either or both, or what?
Yes, I was going to go through the whole regime. If you'd like me to, I can do that. Yes. This is what I do every morning and every night. And really, yeah, you need a small amount of the product, but it really works. In the evening, I use a micellar water, and this is a cheaper product that I use. There's plenty of them out there. All of the big brands have jumped on the bandwagon and are now doing them, but of course they're charging extra. I still use the one that I have used from day one, which I heard about and was introduced to by a friend of mine in the UK. I'm going to go and get it out of the bathroom. Hang on 2 seconds.
The Garnier is very good.
Yeah, it's this one.
Garnier.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
I use that one too.
Yeah. Yes, they do 2 or 3 different ones. The one that I use is the one for dry and sensitive skin, and it has got a plant derivative oil in it. And you can see the whole product is separated, so you have to give it a good old shake before you use it, and put it on a nice size piece of cotton wool. But that is all you need, 1 piece of cotton wool. Oh, that's if you're not wearing makeup. Obviously, if you're wearing eye makeup, use a normal cotton pad first to remove the eye makeup. And that's the other beauty of this product. It's for makeup, eye makeup removal, any sort of makeup removal, and general cleansing of the skin. So it's great. It's good. Yeah, so that's the one that I use of an evening to get rid of all of my makeup, dirt from the day, dead skin cells, all of that sort of thing. And then from there, I wait maybe 5 minutes and let my skin calm down. And then I go onto my eye cream, which I've already told you how you do that. Pat that around the eye, the bone of the eye, and any leftover in between the eyebrows to stop those little old wrinkles getting there. And then again, give yourself 3 or 4, even 5 minutes and let that eye cream absorb. Then use a serum. Whatever serum you want to use. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I forgot. A neck cream. If you're interested, and one amazing thing I want to tell you, just a little bit of from my experience in the world. Years ago, when I was a check-in agent or ground hostess or whatever you want to call them at Heathrow, I worked there for 12, 13 years or so until I came to this country. And during that time, I checked in a number of celebrities, one of which was Joan Collins. I think you've all heard of her.
Yes.
Yep. Now, she looked absolutely amazing, obviously. Designer clothes, some fancy wig, which you'd never know was a wig. She looked amazing. Gorgeous makeup, jewelry. You know, she looked fantastic, but she was certainly no spring chicken. However, when she handed me her documentation, her hands were old. When I looked at her and continued chatting for a little while, her neck was old. So in other words, she'd had obviously loads of facelifts because she's so rich. She's probably had Botox and fillers and oh, goodness knows what you can do. It's all out there if you've got the money for it. And a little bit of this and that, in my personal opinion, is not wrong. If you can afford it, like Claudia, I know that she's very aware of her upper eyelids, and if she can afford it, I would certainly suggest that she gets that done. It's a tiny little procedure, and as I say, it's often done under local anaesthetic. Yeah, that I think
the money.
You know, yeah. There's no reason why you can't honestly have that done. It's such a little procedure, and if you have a problem with the lower eyelids, the bags under eyes, well, why not get that done at the same time? And all that happens is you just get a bit of bruising. You've got to stay out of circulation for a little while, then you'll go back and they'll take the little stitchy things out, but it's nothing. Honestly, I've got a number of friends that have had it done, either for medical or just that it worries them. Okay, so back to my regime. Neck cream is the same time as eye cream if you're concerned about your neck. I should have got all this ready. I'm sorry. You can see I'm not used to doing all this nonsense. Here.
Neck and bust firming cream.
Just read it, Sue.
Yeah, neck and bust firming cream.
And what brand?
That one is from NutriWoman. Again, comes from Dischem. The Essie brand doesn't seem to do one. And I actually spoke to the manager there and asked her. She said, I do not know. She said, I've actually asked the rep to go to Italy and ask them why. But at that stage when I was speaking to her, I didn't get an answer, so I don't know. But yeah, any sort of a neck cream, it just nourishes. It is one of those areas that you can see your age. But if you're not worried about it, then just make sure that when you use your moisturizer, you continue that.
You're going to get cross me again, Sue, but I must ask you, seriously, in your experience, does the night cream used on your face not just work as well on the neck? I've never ever used neck cream, but I do continue down to the neck. I'm not convinced.
No, exactly. You can do that. Of course you can. If you're not terribly worried about it, then of course
hang on, I wouldn't say that. Let's not go this far. Definitely worried, I mean, draw the line. But is it really worth buying yet another product?
It's up to you. Really, it's up to you. It's out there. And if it is an issue with you, then use it. If it's not something you're worried about, then just continue your day cream and night cream. And that's something I wanted to say. So now let's just continue with the regime. So we've done eye cream, we've done neck cream. Then that's when you go on to your serum. And again, it's not got to be a great deal. But the one thing you want to do is try and continue with the same product, the same brand. This is where a lot of people go wrong. They say, oh, I like that eye cream. That's a lovely night cream. That's a nice cleanser. But they're all different brands. And the problem with that is all of the chemists in the lab, whether it's a natural lab using botanic and natural products or stuff that they've cooked up there in the lab, they're all different. And that is where the problem is. Those chemists are looking at different aspects and using different things. So the one product might not agree with the other product. So, at the end of the day, my advice would be, as a layman who's only just done beauty therapy exams, courses, as it were, just whatever product you stick with, be it the cheapest one that Clicks can give you or the most expensive one that the posh duty-free shops in Dubai Airport can give you. Just stick with the same brand for whatever you do, and use as much or as little as you want. But the one thing, as I say, I stress is eye cream. Neck cream's optional. A serum at our age is definitely needed. And probably your daughter, Julia, if she's 40 odd like my daughter, she's using a serum. Perhaps she didn't do it.
Yeah, she keeps asking me for it. I usually get the aloe one, but I'm looking for alternative ones.
That's good enough, but I think as you get 40-ish, you see, that would work for someone. My youngest daughter, she's in her early 30s, so that would be okay for her. But once you start to get to 40 and on, then I'll look at your dog. I can see your dog.
Oh, cute. Whose dog is that? Hello.
I haven't given her much attention this morning. She's a bit.
She wants some skincare.
Do you know, a ball? I went to a pet shop for a ball, and they wouldn't sell it to me because it's a non-essential item, and we're not allowed to walk them. There.
My chap, I spoke to my chap before, and he's working from home now, and I'm sure if I asked him, he'd go to the shop, grab a ball, and let me have it. So there you go. You've got to build up a repertoire with your pet shop there.
Yeah. Anyway, back to serums.
Anyway, let's continue. Right. So yes.
Sue, can I just ask, where do you put the serum? Is it also on the bone?
Everywhere. The serum is everywhere. You literally put a little bit into the palm of your one hand. Oh, my dog's come to say hello too. Oh no, she's looking out the window.
Oh, how gorgeous.
What you looking at? Anyway, yeah, the serum, put a bit in your hand. I would say, how much? If you
3 drops.
Put your hand into a little, sort of cup your hand a bit, and that small little well that you'll get in the middle of your hand, put serum in that well. Don't let it, nowhere near enough for it to spill out, put it that way. Okay, then allow that to warm very slightly in your hand, and then rub the 2 hands together so it's in both of your hands. So just go like that. Okay, so it's warming. Then get it and pat it. I don't know if you can see here because I'm using my phone. Gently pat, pat, pat. Open your fingers so it's going into those, they call these marionette lines here, and around your mouth, very important, and up at the sides here where your skin kind of gravity is dragging it down as you get older, onto your forehead and down your neck and onto your décolleté. Again, a very, very important area that a lot of ladies miss is the décolleté, i.e. above your boobs. That bony sort of area over your collarbone and down towards your boobs. That you follow with your serum down there. So you'll find that as it warms, it emulsifies a little bit, and it will quite happily, those few drops you've put into the well of your palm will be enough. Okay? And that is 100%. Do not, again, though, stressing, do not let it go to those puffy bits around your eyes. You know, your fingertips can quite happily, can you see that? They can happily miss the puffy bits around the eye. And you must do that, because you're asking for trouble. If you get any sort of skincare item on those puffy bits, it'll just make them puffier, and they could get irritated and become quite sensitive. Okay, so again,
maybe that's what she's been doing wrong.
Yeah, totally. You must avoid any of that sensitive, very soft area, your actual eye socket, the inner bit there. Okay,
maybe that's where my daughter's been going wrong, because she's probably been trying too hard to get her area dry. Yeah. So you don't, because the skin is osmosis. There is osmosis. The skin works with osmosis. It does move through the skin. So in other words, if you're putting eye cream and then letting it sink in, then you're putting serum and letting it sink in, it will go through to all the areas that concern you, but you're not directly putting it there. So yeah, that's the theory behind it.
What about the area around your mouth, the mustache?
Very much so. Yeah, very much so, Claudia. You see, when you've done this whole bit, make sure you get the ends of your fingers, your fingertips, and when you're doing the process, it's not showing, sorry. When you're doing the process,
okay.
Again, just gently tap, 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 all the way over your face,
Is that also for the night cream and the day cream? The same procedure?
Exactly. So now you're jumping the gun. So again, give yourself 4 or 5 minutes, allow the serum to soak in. You know, these are all processes and it's all part of the layering that you must do. So if you do it too quickly, if you just say, right, I've done my serum, now I'll do my day cream or do my night cream. Don't allow that product to be absorbed by your skin. It's like my dog had a sore place on her leg just now, and I went to the vet and he gave me a cream. And I said, oh, she'll just lick it off. He said, no, put her lead on and just walk her around for 5 minutes or so to allow it to be absorbed. It's the same thing, to allow it to be absorbed. Then that's where you go on to your day cream or your night cream. 2 different products. Don't be tempted to use the same one because you won't get the same results. You won't get good results. Day cream must include an SPF. It's got to be quite a decent SPF, hopefully 15. Some of them do 30. And again, just a small amount, I would say. I don't know if you can see that little round that I've put there. That sort of amount should cover the whole of your face and your neck and your décolleté. Take it right the way down, up over your forehead. All of this, take your hair back if your hair is all over your face like mine is. Take it back with a headband thing and just make sure. And again, never be too over enthusiastic. Always be gentle. Again, get your cream, rub it in, warm it slightly, emulsify it, getting the active ingredients to work, whether they're plant or whether they're chemical. It just depends on the way you're happy. There's a lot of companies that still to this day experiment on animals, and I'm not in there, so I check that first. And again, here you go with it. Just rub it in. You can slightly massage, slightly, if you want to, and use sweeping movements too, in the direction that you want it to go, up. And here with your neck, I hope you can see this.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, all good.
And then with your décolleté, patting again. And that's it. And then you obviously do the same thing at night, but you must use a richer cream, even for younger members like Amanda there, who I can see. You still want a night cream, and you still want one that is richer than your day cream. Obviously, no SPF in it.
Then. Okay.
I
see. I've got a lot of work to add to my skincare regime.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll pay off. And
so.
as I say, you haven't got to be a millionaire. You really haven't. And you've just got to find a brand that suits you. I was, Amanda knows, as does Karen, I was hoping to do a skincare demonstration thing together with the therapist that in the village here that I go to. She's just brought in a fantastic new brand that is 100% organic from Africa. And this woman is, she's amazing that's developed this line. She's so passionate. And this line sounds fantastic. I shall definitely find out more about it. That was on my list to do because we were going to do a proper workshop. My beauty therapist in Simonstown here was very enthusiastic. We were going to get an area where we could do it. We were going to offer tea and orange juice and muffins and croissants and things. And there would be little tables all set round in the hall or the local hotel or wherever. And it would have been a hands-on thing with the therapist using one of the members as a guinea pig on a portable massage bed and doing the whole thing. That hopefully the minute we're out of quarantine, we will do. When lockdown finishes and we're all A-okay, I'm definitely going to go ahead with that because I want to introduce the brand to you ladies. I can't even get it now because my beauty therapist had only just started getting it in. And of course now she's not getting it and it's not classed as an essential item anyway. But yeah, that's something we've got exciting thing in the future because it is African. It is 100% natural and a lot of work has gone into it. And the lady who's brought it about is very passionate about it, and she does all sorts of amazing, wonderful things for the environment as well. Anyway, so I think she's a one to watch.
Good. Can I ask a question, Sue?
Sure, Karen.
So, I mean, I've always been quite fortunate with my skin, and like, so post-menopause, yes, I can now, the wrinkles are starting and I can see some dryness and such. And I was putting a night cream in, and then I went to this event by people who run Dr. Hauschka Skincare.
Yep.
And interestingly, they said something that I had no idea about, which was that they recommend that you don't use any creams at night and that you give your skin a chance to rest from any product. I mean, that's really interesting to me. I had never heard that before in my life.
A different way of looking at it, but I can't imagine it, because at night, that's when the skin is most receptive. And your whole body is most receptive. That's why there's a number of products for different things, medical things, that they say take at night, because your body is repairing itself, basically.
Yeah.
It's at rest. I often have days, well, not often, every now and again I will have a day where I 100% don't put any creams or things on. But that's in the day. It's not at night. I don't know if night is a good thing.
Okay.
That's just a personal feeling. Yes, Betsy.
My dermatologist 2 months ago, she gave me a cream for night, a medicated one, and I said to her, can I rather put it on in the morning? And she said, oh, no. Your skin is more receptive at night. She said, but always wait 10 minutes after you've washed your face. Then put your cream on. Exactly
what I was saying. Yeah, all of that is, I endorse. You know, she's obviously a medical person, so she's got a lot more more knowledge than me. But I really do endorse what she's saying. Each of your products, you wait 5 or 10 minutes before you do anything. Your skin has to, first it has to normalize from what you've used. Then, and secondly, it has to be able to absorb what you're using. And at night is the best time, because that's when your skin is more receptive.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
For you UK ladies, in the UK, there is a very cheap range, which is called La Cura, and it's actually excellent.
Oh no, Aussie.
And Sue, you've got the serum, because I know your friend brought it for you. Yes. I've managed to grab some while I was overseas, and I promise you that's cheap. It's about £3 or £4, and it's really very good and working. And another thing I wanted to say, my mum is turning 100 this year.
Wow.
Her whole life, she's used Ponds, believe it or not.
And so did Twiggy. So did Twiggy. I think Twiggy is either Nivea or Ponds. It's not doing her any harm, is it?
She's got the most amazing skin for her age. And she's got better skin than my sister. So there you go.
What did you say the first name was? La Cura?
Yes,
Lacura.
Lacuri.
It's an oldie special. Oldie special.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I've never been in
used
Aldi.
the hand cream.
Near me.
And
also,
the hand cream is very good.
The Boots serum got very famous when it first came out. Lots of people loved all the Boots stuff. Can't go wrong with that.
I'm a big fan of Boots number 7, the advanced one. I've also got some of those I can show you.
Don't go away enough.
Yeah, Boots number 7 was good.
That's the one for the older person. It's called Restore and Renew. And that one specifically says it's for the face and neck. So there we go. You're not needing a neck cream. Can you see that, guys?
Yeah.
But
Is
not
that a number 7?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I love it. And I've also got their eye cream.
Yeah. Yeah, we got the
Now
serum.
we must all go to London and get all the stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you're
there,
lucky. Both goes there.
Oh, wow. The whole range.
this is my most favourite serum in the whole world. But
So
it's,
the next one to go to the UK, we'll put our orders in.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
As soon as
And honestly,
quarantine is finished.
yeah, the problem with the rand at the moment being so weak, although this is a reasonable range, it's going to be expensive with the rand, you know. Amanda's okay, she's got dollars, and maybe Julia's got a couple of pounds, and Karen's got a couple of pounds left. I certainly would recommend that one if you're in the UK. I mean, it is fab, but again, you've got to get the whole range. Don't just get the serum. I'm saying it's my favourite serum in the whole world, which it is, but you need the whole lot. You do. You shouldn't at all use any other things because of the possibly because of the conflict within the ingredients. So maybe if you're using one thing that's amazing and you use another thing, those two then might fight together, and then you're going to negate the whole of the effects of the yeah.
I heard that.
Pick a range and stick with that range.
Okay.
Mm.
Now, what do we do?
Please.
Tea. I'm
Sorry, what do we
freezing.
do if the Zoom cuts off?
A Zoom cut
Sorry,
off.
second. What did you say, Claudia?
No, it's fine.
It might be about to.
No, it should not, because I have Zoom Pro.
They upgraded.
Bought Zoom Pro. We've upgraded.
Ah.
Is it telling you that it will up? Does it telling you that it will cut
No.
off? It's not. Yeah.
Okay, then we're okay.
Excellent.
Any other questions, ladies?
Well, Sue, can I ask you a question then about hands?
Oh, yes.
In reference to Joan Collins, you know?
Yeah.
So my thing is, again, I really like hand cream. It's a weird thing, but I really like hand cream, and I use a brand called Serum, which is actually a British brand, even though it sounds, and it's aromatherapy. But there's this thing about, you know, looking after your cuticles as well as looking after your hands. And
100%.
then there's also the thing about, you know, maybe what you wear during the day as opposed to what you go to bed with, in terms of hand cream, because, you know, obviously sunspots. So I wondered if you could kind of chat us through some, if you like, simple hand care.
That is my cuticle oil.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's nothing special. You can get them anywhere, but you need to put cuticle oil, literally a tiny little dab on each cuticle. Sorry, Storm, I nearly sat on her.
She's so tiny, you missed her. Mine's given up, thank goodness.
Yeah, she's trying to be with me a lot more than she normally does, because she can't go out, bless her. Although the back door is open, she can go out to run in my pocket handkerchief garden if she wants to. But anyway, no, back to nails. Yeah, just the hand cream thing, 100%, particularly now. Oh, stop it, Storm. I can't go anywhere with you. Sorry, she's pouring me. Yeah, especially now when we go out.
Okay, you're back. Good.
Sorry. When we go out to get some food or medication or whatever from the chemist, obviously you're going to be bombarded by loads of hand sanitizer. What I'm doing, and actually always do, is I keep sanitizer and hand cream in the car. Now, in this day and age, I've got a small one that I am putting into my handbag with me. Small sanitizer, yeah, sort of yay big, and a small one of the same size of hand cream. And every single time I'm been out to the shop, I will redo that. I'll do the hand cream. Same with my hand cream I've got in the house. I've got one next to my bed, one in the bathroom, and one in the kitchen. Every single time my hands go into water or sanitizer, on goes the hand cream. You just have to, because again, as I say about Joan Collins, you do notice the difference. You really do. It's one of those areas. I don't know what it's all about, but it is. I don't know if you can see.
Yep.
I think my hands are quite nice. They don't look old. They haven't gone wrinkly. There's the odd one or two little sunspots, but that's to be expected. And yes, there are hand creams that have got sunscreen. Nothing wrong with using those. Absolutely nothing at all. At night, the best thing to do is, if after lockdown you can get a hold of a pair of those little cotton gloves. Got no idea where you'd get them actually, but they must be available somewhere. I've got some pairs because my sister-in-law in England runs a hat studio where she hires out hats for posh events. Obviously not getting a penny these days. No one's going to posh events. There are no posh events. Weddings are all being cancelled, etc., etc. But she wears these little cotton gloves in the studio when she takes a hat off of its stand to put it onto the ladies for them to try together with their lovely outfits for Ascot or the wedding or whatever. So I've obviously got a couple of pairs from her. And at night, I put my hand cream on again, give it 5 or 10 minutes to let it soak in, and then put the gloves on, so that it's almost being forced into your hands overnight, and it's not rubbing off on the sheets or anything like that. But I don't know how we're going to do that. You certainly don't want to wear these
socks.
That we're
using socks on.
Yeah,
bad idea actually.
Socks on. Make your kids socks.
This is Africa. We improvise.
Can't read a book, but
you can double up with
it will stop you touching your face.
That could
I
stop
was
me
about-
eating a bit, you know, but yeah. Oh, I suppose even a pair of woolly gloves, the sort of thing you might wear in the winter if your hands are a bit nippy.
I'm just trying to imagine, Sue, when you get into bed at night, you slide in because you're so
slide off
with cream with your gloves on. I want to know what your husband said.
So no, they were both very happy with my skincare regime.
I might have to try that night.
In fact, my second husband, he always used to tell people, oh, when he introduced me, here's my wife, isn't she lovely? I couldn't find what I wanted in South Africa, so I had to import her.
Oh, that's cute.
This has been really amazing. It's 12 o'clock now. I think, I don't know if we should think about maybe wrapping up soon.
Yeah, I have to go.
Yes, please. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you've learned something. And as I say, please look forward to this expo that we're going to do as soon as we can. It's all prepped up and ready to go. We've spoken to the lady who does the skincare range, the South African range. I've spoken to the beauty therapy lady down the road. I've spoken to the local hotel to get a decent sized space. But now we're
lovely.
But anyway,
lovely day out. Lovely day out, Claudia.
Sure. Goodbye to everybody. Thank you to everyone for coming.
Thank you,
Thanks
Sue,
for
hosting this.
Bye.
And we'll be uploading this on YouTube so other people can also watch it as well.
Brilliant.
Thank you, ladies.
Thanks, everybody. I'm ending the meeting.
Bye. Love you all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, keep safe, please. Keep safe.
Keep safe and stay home. All right.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.